Eric the Bike Man!
Howdy, ERIK'S, Rob here, and I am super excited to have a brand new shoe from Specialized in my hands. This is the all-new Specialized 2FO Roost mountain bike shoe. 2FO stands for foot out, flat out. These are technically a mountain bike shoe. They're designed to be a trail mountain bike shoe, but they would work really, really well for commuters. They're gonna work really, really well for recreational riders. Basically, they're gonna work well for anybody who wants to be on the bike and off the bike wearing the same shoes. This is the 2FO flat version. So as you can see, made for riding on flat pedals. There's also a clipless version available. So first, let's just take a look at the looks of this shoe. This looks like a skate shoe. Now it's important to note, it looks like a skate shoe, it is not a skate shoe. This is a cycling shoe. This is a cycling shoe designed for pedaling. The midsole, everything about this is designed for you to pedal and to walk in, whereas a skate shoe is designed to skate. It's designed to make good contact with the grip tape, and it's designed to kick yourself along, but it's not designed to pedal. These are a cycling shoe. Looking at the upper, you've got synthetic material in the middle, and then you've got suede over the toe and around the heel. Suede is used in abrasion resistance. And then on the front, you've got this really cool lace holder so that your laces don't get caught in your chain. Let's talk about what's inside the shoe, and that is the new XPEL Air Mesh Liner. XPEL Air Mesh Liner is a really cool hydrophobic material that's used in place of the foam that's been used in a lot of other shoes. XPEL does a really good job of impact resistance just like the foam, but without the extra weight, and it dries out so much faster than foam does. For those times when you get caught in a rainstorm, or if you have to walk across a creek, or whatever happens, the XPEL liner is gonna let these shoes dry out so much faster and be a lot more breathable than shoes that use a lot of foam. So that is the upper. Let's take a look at where the real magic is, and that is on the sole. This is the Slipknot sole. So Slipknot has been around for 3 generations now. This by far is the best generation. I don't know if you know this or not, but Specialized has their own tire facility. They design, they test, and they produce their own rubber, which means it can transfer over to the shoe department. And that's exactly what happened here. The engineers, along with the athletes like Loic Bruni and a lot of the other World Cup riders, have been testing this out and designing it and getting it to work perfectly. So what's so magical about this? The Slipknot rubber is designed to deflect a very, very little amount. The old design deflected 25 millimeters when you would push pressure on it. This design only deflects 8 to 10 millimeters. What that means for you is that as your pedal pins push into this, the rubber isn't going very far out of the way, it's grabbing onto those pedal pins, keeping you Velcroed right to your pedals. The shape of these lugs on the bottom are designed so that as the pedal pins hit the shoe, they can be directed into these channels and get you that much more purchase with those pedal pins. All at the same time, the sole is not very bouncy, which means as you're going through rough stuff and chunder and your shoes are stuck to your pedals, they're not bouncing off, keeping you locked into your pedals. I'm super excited to see how well that works, because that's the biggest thing in cycling shoes, is how well you stick to your pedals. Again, this is the flat version. The clipless version gets the same Slipknot sole, but then you also have the landing strip cutout for your cleat. So it's gonna be super sticky and super grippy where you need it to be, but then you're gonna be able to lock into your clipless pedals when you lock into your clipless pedals. The flex of this shoe is designed to be flexible for walking off of the bike, but stiff where your pedal makes contact. It's also designed to give you really, really good pedal feel so that you know exactly where your foot is on that pedal. The clipless version gets their reinforced nylon shank that they call the lollipop, that's gonna give you a lot of stiffness right underneath your cleat, and then not so much stiffness through the rest of the shoe. The flat version comes in this black on black. There's also an oak green with a black sole. The clipless version has a taupe shoe with a black sole, and then a black upper with a gum rubber sole. Just like every Specialized shoe, the 2FO Roost features all of the body geometry features that you see in the rest of their shoes. So you've got your longitudinal arch support, you've got your varus wedge, and you've got your metatarsal button. Longitudinal arch support supports your arch so it doesn't collapse as you're pedaling. If your arch is collapsing, then your knee, your hip, and your ankle are getting out of line. The longitudinal arch support helps support that, keeping everything happy as you're riding. Don't forget, you can also dial in perfectly your arch support by picking up the aftermarket arch supports that Specialized sells. The varus wedge puts a little bit of a cant underneath your foot so that it corrects the natural drop that a lot of people have in their feet. And then the metatarsal button is a little point that puts a little bit of pressure on the bottom of your foot, spreading out your toe bones so that your nerves and the blood vessels going through your toe aren't impinged and keep you riding happier. Yeah, that's about it for the shoe. For here, it's time to go ride them. Admittedly, I very rarely ride with flat pedals and shoes, so this is going to be a super fun experiment for me as well, and I'll let you know how it goes. So, for now, let's go ride.
He pedals good bikes.